Thanks to everyone who have subscribed. If you have not, please do. And thanks for coming out here. I really appreciate you. Ngige rejects composition of Ohanaeze's electoral committee, says panel filled with PDP members. Hello, my wonderful people. Ohanaezes are like the Igbo area, the south, our brothers and sisters from the southeast. So they are trying to inaugurate Ohanaeze's electoral committee. However, Ngige is saying no, it is full of PDP members, and so that will influence the judgment at the end of the day. Let's get straight into the news and get all the details. The Minister of Labour and Employment, Chris Ngige, has rejected the composition of electoral committee for the Ohanaeze's Ndigbo. The 40-member committee announced on Sunday by the President General of the Ohanaeze's Ndigbo, John Nwodu, is expected to provide the blueprint for the election of new leaders of the Apex Igbo social political organization. In a statement issued on Monday by its media office, Ngige said the committee was filled with card-carrying members of People Democratic Party (PDP). He described the list as product of non-inclusive process over all patriotic and incapable of delivering an election that will be credible and acceptable to all. The minister said the non-constitution of all critical stakeholders in the composition of the nominee from different states weakens its credibility and may jeopardize the integrity of the electoral outcome. In Anambra State, for instance, key stakeholders were not consulted, leading to the strife process that threw up politicians who were leaders in the campaign organization of a presidential candidate in the 2019 general election, and who has made no decisive or intention to be reconstituted. I was an example of non-constituted, just like some other critical stakeholders in the selection process as a former governor and senator from Anambra State, who have been making immense contribution to reposition the Ohanaeze's Ndigbo since 1991. Ngige insisted that he deserves to be consulted, having held several offices, being a prominent player in Igbo affair. He added, apart from the offices I held in the past and one that I'm holding today, I have remained a prominent player in Igbo's affair, leading Aka as president from 1991 to 1997 and serving as a member of Imobe from 1992 as president of Aka Ego till date, having been a governor of Anambra State. So I deserve to be consulted before any decision is taken with regards to the Ohanaezes. He also accused the committee members of misconduct, saying the process of electing new leaders of Ohanaezes was for those without party affiliation. Go through the list and see the same politicians who transit the countries with presidential candidates conversing for votes for themselves. We hear to complain of their misbehavior and misconduct today. They are being go through the list and see the same politicians conversing for votes for presidency. We hear to complain of their misconduct and misbehavior. They are being enthusiastic to conduct an election for Ohanaezes. This is clearly a job for those without political party affiliation, Ngige concluded. So we need to be careful. You know, it was Shina Achebe from the East that also wrote a book titled Things Fall Apart When the Center Cannot Hold. If we cannot agree on simple matters, we disgrace ourselves and give our enemies a yardstick to come in between us and even to come and decide for us how things should be done. As brothers and sisters, it is important that you sit together, come together on a round table and say, come on, what's going on? What should we have done? What have we done? And what is the most important thing? What is the general constitution? How is election done? Take, for instance, at least I know that much about politics, that for those who serve in any party, NWC, the National Working Committee, the day-to-day running affairs of a party, should not be sitting, have no political position at the time. They might have served in one capacity or the other. However, at the time of serving as the National Working Committee for any political party, should have no political affiliation at that time. They are members of that party, yes, but are not serving members under that party with any of the with the party. Take, for instance, you are not a governor, you are not a senator, you are not a House of Rep members, you are not a president. So you come unbiased, unlike the governors and the senators, the serving ones, whom I want to relate in respect to what they are going through. So there is the opportunity of bias being seen there. And that's why it's important that, these laws and rules are in place. Listen, Nigeria has a constitution. The truth of the matter is this constitution is not followed because of greed, people wanting their interest and wants to stay in power forever, or wants to have their will or their place. The Southeast is one of the places that has greatly been deprived in terms of having a position in becoming the president of this country. Almost every other region in this country has opportunity in presidency. As much as it's not turn by turn, it is supposed to be governed by good leadership. The Southeast needs to be seen having a unified front, having a united front. For if they continue to show that there is rift among them, you can never have that very position you also wantonly desire, that is making David Umahi to say, I'm leaving PDP for APC. It is important that they understand that they have a duty to make sure that their voices are heard. The only way your voice can be heard is when you decide to make it be heard. Not with greed, not with having your way at all costs, but giving equal opportunity for others, their voices to be heard. When you begin to want to infringe your decision on others, it's called oppression. Listen, guys, let's take a cue that unity brings about progress, but disunity brings about, backwardness. Leave us a comment. Let's hear your thoughts. God bless you. Bye for now.